Hi there, and welcome to my quiz channel. I'm Dr. Quiz. Ready for a quiz? Today's topic is art and literature. You have 25 questions ahead. Here are the rules. Choose before the timer ends, check the reveal after every countdown, and keep score. 100 points for easy, 200 for medium, and 300 for hard. Let's play. Who painted the ceiling shown in this photograph? The Vatican Sistine Chapel? Take a look. A. Leonardo da Vinci. B. Caravaggio. C. Raphael. D. Michelangelo. This one trips a lot of people. I'm counting 12 seconds. Drum roll. The right one. Of course, Michelangelo. Michelangelo painted the Sistine Chapel ceiling between 1508 and 1512, commissioned by Pope Julius II. The program includes the famous scene of the creation of Adam. Who wrote the play Romeo and Juliet? Options: A. Christopher Marlowe. B. William Shakespeare. C. Ben Jonson. D. John Webster. If you know it, you'll know it instantly. You have 12 seconds. Timer starts now. Moment of truth. The answer? Yes, William Shakespeare. Romeo and Juliet was written by William Shakespeare, most likely between 1594 and 1596. It is one of his most famous tragedies. Which subject is repeated across the surface of the pond in this painting? Choose. A. Water lilies. B. Sunflowers. C. Haystacks. D. Irises. Don't let the lookalikes fool you. 15 seconds on the clock. Go. Let's check. The correct one. Exactly. Water lilies. The painting focuses on clusters of water lilies floating across a pond whose surface also reflects the sky and surrounding vegetation. Who authored the novel whose windmill-tilting hero is depicted in this Gustave Doré engraving? Your options? A. Lope de Vega. B. Francisco de Quevedo. C. Miguel de Cervantes. D. Tirso de Molina. Trickier than it first looks. That's 12 seconds. Timer's running. Eyes on the screen. The answer? No doubt, Miguel de Cervantes. Miguel de Cervantes wrote Don Quixote, el ingenioso hidalgo Don Quixote de la Mancha. Published in 2 parts, it is widely regarded as the first modern European novel. True or false? Pablo Picasso was one of the founders of Cubism. What's it going to be? A. True. B. False. For the experts, this is a warm-up. 10 seconds to think. Start. Now we find out it's none other than true. Pablo Picasso and Georges Braque co-founded Cubism around 1907 to 1909. Picasso's painting Les Demoiselles d'Avignon, 1907, is considered a precursor to the movement. In which Italian city is this Renaissance gallery, Uffizi, located? Home to works by Botticelli, Leonardo, and Raphael. The choices: A. Rome, B. Florence, C. Venice, D. Milan. Dig deep. The answer is close. Time, 15 seconds. Don't stall. Who got it? The answer?
That's Florence.
The Uffizi Gallery, Gallery degli Uffizi, is located in Florence, Firenze, Italy. Founded in the 16th century by the Medici family, it holds one of the world's finest collections of Renaissance art. Who painted this celebrated Renaissance work depicting the goddess emerging from the sea? Take a look. A. Sandro Botticelli, B. Leonardo da Vinci, C. Raphael, D. Titian. Stay calm, no panic. I'm counting 18 seconds. No more waiting. Correct. Precisely, Sandro Botticelli. Sandro Botticelli painted The Birth of Venus, La Nascita di Venere, around 1484 to 1486 for the Medici family. It is now in the Uffizi Gallery in Florence. Who wrote the novel Pride and Prejudice, whose 1813 title page is shown here? Options: A. Charlotte Bronte, B. George Eliot, C. Jane Austen, D. Mary Shelley. Sounds easy, but don't rush. You have 15 seconds. Timer starts now. Cards on the table. The answer?
It's Jane Austen.
Jane Austen published Pride and Prejudice in 1813. It follows the Bennet sisters, particularly Elizabeth, as they navigate love, society, and marriage in Regency England. Which art movement is most closely associated with the artist shown here in a 1939 press portrait? Choose A. Cubism, B. Expressionism, C. Abstract Expressionism, D. Surrealism. Easy to slip up here. 15 seconds on the clock. Go. The ones who picked it were right. Of course, Surrealism. Salvador Dali was a leading figure of Surrealism, which sought to channel the irrational imagery of dreams and the unconscious. His works, such as The Persistence of Memory, 1931, are iconic examples. Which sequence correctly arranges these four European literary movements from earliest to latest? Your options: A. Renaissance, Romanticism, Realism, Modernism. B. Romanticism, Renaissance, Realism, Modernism. C. Renaissance, Realism, Romanticism, Modernism. D. Realism, Romanticism, Renaissance, Modernism. A classic everyone should know. That's 20 seconds. Timer's running. And the correct answer is...
Yes,
Renaissance, Romanticism, Realism, Modernism. The Renaissance flourished from the 14th to 17th centuries. Romanticism peaked roughly 1780 to 1850. Realism emerged mid-19th century, circa 1850 to 1900. Modernism arose from the late 19th century through the mid-20th century. Who wrote the dystopian novel 1984, shown in this portrait of the author? What's it going to be? A. Aldous Huxley. B. H.G. Wells. C. George Orwell. D. Ray Bradbury. Now this gets interesting. 15 seconds to think. Start. Drum roll. The right one. Exactly. George Orwell. George Orwell, Eric Arthur Blair, wrote 1984, 1949, a dystopian novel depicting a totalitarian society ruled by Big Brother. Aldous Huxley wrote Brave New World, 1932, and Ray Bradbury wrote Fahrenheit 451, 1953. What abstract idea is personified by the central woman raising the tricolor in this painting? The choices: A. Justice. B. Victory. C. Peace. D. Liberty. Think twice before you choose. Time, 20 seconds. Don't stall. Moment of truth. The answer? No doubt, liberty. The central woman personifies liberty. Her Phrygian cap, raised French tricolor, and position leading people over the barricade make the allegory visible. Who painted this famous fresco in the Stanza della Segnatura of the Vatican Apostolic Palace? Take a look. A. Raphael. B. Michelangelo. C. Leonardo da Vinci. D. Titian. This one trips a lot of people. I'm counting 20 seconds. Let's check. The correct one, none other than Raphael. Raffaello Sanzio, painted the School of Athens, Scuola di Atene, between 1509 and 1511 for Pope Julius II. It depicts ancient Greek philosophers, including Plato and Aristotle, in a grand classical setting. Who wrote the 14th century epic poem depicted in this Domenico di Michelino fresco? Options: A. Petrarch. B. Dante Alighieri. C. Boccaccio. D. Virgil. If you know it, you'll know it instantly. You have 18 seconds. Timer starts now. Eyes on the screen. The answer? That's Dante Alighieri. Dante Alighieri wrote the Divine Comedy, La Divina Commedia, between approximately 1308 and his death in 1321. It is considered the greatest work of Italian literature and one of the most important in world literature. Which of these painters did not belong to the Impressionist movement? Choose A. Claude Monet. B. Pierre-Auguste Renoir. C. Pablo Picasso. D. Edgar Degas. Don't let the lookalikes fool you. 18 seconds on the clock. Go. Now we find out it's precisely Pablo Picasso. Monet, Renoir, and Degas were all Central Impressionists, exhibiting in the movement's shows from 1874. Picasso, born in 1881, became a co-founder of Cubism, not Impressionism. What painting technique involves applying pigments to freshly laid wet plaster on a wall or ceiling so that the color bonds with the surface as it dries? Your options: A. Encaustic, B. Tempera, C. Gouache, D. Fresco. Trickier than it first looks. That's 18 seconds. Timer's running. Who got it? The answer? It's fresco. Fresco, from the Italian for fresh, involves painting on wet plaster so that pigments become part of the wall as it dries. Buon fresco is the classic technique used for Michelangelo's Sistine Chapel ceiling and Raphael's Vatican rooms. Which literary device is exemplified by the expression, "The pen is mightier than the sword"? What's it going to be? A. Metaphor, B. Simile, C. Alliteration, D. Personification. For the experts, this is a warm-up. 18 seconds to think. Start. No more waiting. Correct. Of course, metaphor. This phrase is a metaphor. It directly equates writing, pen, with warfare, sword, without using like or as. Coined by Edward Bulwer Lytton in his 1839 play Richelieu, it compares intellectual power to military force. Picasso completed Guernica, his response to the bombing of the Basque town, before or after the Spanish Civil War ended, and by roughly how long? The choices: A. Guernica was completed about 2 years after the Spanish Civil War ended. B. Guernica was completed about 2 years before the Spanish Civil War ended. C. Both events occurred within the same month. D. Guernica was completed more than a decade after the Spanish Civil War ended. Dig deep. The answer is close. Time, 15 seconds. Don't stall. Cards on the table. The answer? Yes, Guernica was completed about 2 years before the Spanish Civil War ended. Picasso completed Guernica in June 1937. The Spanish Civil War ended on 1 April 1939, when General Franco declared victory. The painting was thus created while the war that inspired it was still being fought. Who painted Las Meninas, shown here? Take a look. A. Francisco Goya. B. El Greco. C. Diego Velázquez. D. Bartolomé Murillo. Stay calm. No panic. I'm counting 22 seconds.
the ones who picked it were right.
Exactly. Diego Velázquez. Diego Velázquez painted Las Meninas in 1656. It depicts the Infanta Margaret Teresa with her ladies-in-waiting, a dog, dwarfs, and, reflected in a mirror, King Philip IV and Queen Mariana. It is now in the Prado. The literary movement, championed by the author shown here in Edouard Manet's portrait, was called what? Options: A. Symbolism. B. Realism. C. Decadentism. D. Naturalism. Sounds easy, but don't rush. You have 22 seconds. Timer starts now.
And the correct answer is... no doubt, naturalism.
Naturalism, associated with Émile Zola, applied a quasi-scientific method to fiction, arguing that heredity and environment determine character and fate. His Rougon-Macquart cycle, 20 novels, exemplifies this approach. Though related to realism, naturalism is more deterministic. Approximately how many plays is the author shown here, William Shakespeare, generally credited with? Choose. A. About 18. B. About 37. C. About 52. D. About 70. Easy to slip up here. 25 seconds on the clock. Go.
Drum roll.
The right one. None other than About 37. The first folio, 1623, collected 36 plays. Scholars generally attribute 37 to 39 plays to Shakespeare, including collaborations such as The Two Noble Kinsmen and Pericles. About 37 is the most commonly cited figure. What material produces much of the luminous metallic surface visible in this painting? Your options: A. Gold leaf. B. Encaustic wax. C. Mosaic tesserae. D. Metallic silk. A classic everyone should know. That's 25 seconds. Timer's running.
Moment of truth.
The answer? That's gold leaf. Real gold leaf is applied across the painting's background, garments, and ornamental surfaces, producing their reflective, flattened appearance. In Greek mythology, what collective name is given to the 9 goddess daughters of Zeus and Mnemosyne, depicted in this Roman sarcophagus relief? What's it going to be? A. The Graces. B. The Muses. C. The Fates. D. The Furies. Now this gets interesting. 22 seconds to think. Start. Let's check. The correct one. Precisely the Muses. The Muses, Greek muse, were 9 goddesses in Greek mythology, daughters of Zeus and the Titaness Mnemosyne. Each presided over a domain: Calliope, epic poetry; Erato, lyric poetry; Euterpe, music, and so on. Poets invoked them at the start of compositions. What is the term for Leonardo da Vinci's technique of applying extremely fine, translucent paint layers to create softly blurred contours and gradual tonal transitions without harsh outlines? The choices: A. Chiaroscuro; B. Impasto; C. Sfumato; D. Grisaille. Think twice before you choose. Time, 28 seconds. Don't stall.
Eyes on the screen.
The answer? It's sfumato. Sfumato, from the Italian for smoke or evaporated, is Leonardo's technique of blending tones imperceptibly. It produces the hazy, mysterious quality of portraits such as the Mona Lisa and the Virgin of the Rocks. Chiaroscuro concerns light-dark contrast. Impasto is thick paint application. Grisaille is monochrome underpainting. Which English romantic poet, shown here in Joseph Severn's 1819 portrait, defined negative capability in an 1817 letter? Take a look. A. Percy Bysshe Shelley. B. William Wordsworth. C. Lord Byron. D. John Keats. This one trips a lot of people. I'm counting 30 seconds. Now we find out it's... Of course, John Keats. John Keats coined negative capability in a letter to his brothers George and Tom, dated 21 to 27 December 1817. He described it as the quality which Shakespeare possessed so enormously: the ability to remain in uncertainty without straining after resolution. That's the round. Total your points and post the score. No creative accounting. Another challenge is coming.